This is one question. Do we agree that women control sex in marriage?
Most
I'm
relationships,
not sure. I'm
What
not
do you mean
really
by
sure.
sex in marriage as
Yeah.
opposed to sex? Like when you say sex in marriage, do you mean as opposed to sex not in marriage, or do you mean women control sex in general?
Well, I'm just thinking, I'm just listening to all these points we're saying, all these things we're learning about, we're sharing with each other, learning about men. Um, when a woman, when we choose in a marriage to deny man sex for 2, 3 weeks or however long it is, and we know that this man, this is a desire that he needs, is that saying that when the woman doesn't want to have sex in the marriage, obviously he not gonna get enough, but is it really cheating if he goes to do something that's gonna satisfy him because he's frustrated? And that's what I mean when I say, do women control sex in the marriage? Because when is it cheating? Is it cheating because he did it and didn't tell you because you know that you guys haven't done it? So
It's
I guess I'm
cheating.
going.
When you in marriage, you don't have control over sex. It's a mutual thing. Your body belongs to me. My body belongs to you. When you
Well,
So it's
men
start
cheating
use
if
the
you
denying,
deny your
excuse
partner?
that that's why they do it when they get
when
denied
you
by their partner.
Is
when
it
you did
cheating
when a
to
woman,
deny your partner?
hold on real quick. When a woman denies her man sex, that's sexual immorality.
Hmm.
That's already cheating. You're cheating your partner. You're cheating your husband out of something that was vowed to him
About that.
through holy matrimony. That belongs to him. That's the deal, and you're flaking on the deal. So that's already betrayal. So sexual immorality starts there.
So then is it the same
I
that the woman
completely
cheated
agree. I
for
completely
denying him
agree with
sex
Darwin.
and he cheated for going to get sex?
All of
You
it.
said
All of
you
it.
said
Did
3
you breach his
weeks. I don't
contract
think
first?
3 weeks is an adequate amount of time, but I definitely think it's cruelty to be married to somebody and to deny them sex and expect that they would not want or desire to get it elsewhere.
okay. So what I was trying to say earlier was mistaken. I know you expressed you got high testosterone, right? So I was
That's
hold on.
Marcus, wait.
good.
I let
Oh,
Chanel
mercy.
go. You jumped.
He did.
Thanks, bro. Thank you.
Yeah, because I'm waiting on my
Um
turn too.
uh so one quick point. Back to Miss Taken. She was cooking earlier and I just wanted to say kudos. When you are married to someone, you don't stop loving them because of something that they choose to do selfishly, right? Just like if a person cheated, you're not going to stop loving them because they cheated on you. You're not going to stop loving if they have an addiction, whether that may be alcohol, drugs. Like, you don't stop loving someone who you really truly loved. There's people who still love people who got divorced and married to other people, and some people never move on from that person, and that person moves on with their life, and they continue to love them even though they go and build another life and marriage and kids after a divorce. So I feel like if you really truly love somebody that you really love, you don't stop loving them because they choose to do something for selfish reasons in a moment or continuously or whatever. So I completely agree with Ms. Taken on that. Going back to this point. Okay, so so the past couple shows I haven't been on, but I'm gonna be real with y'all, and I gotta say this for Clout. I think Clout says a lot of things that men want to say, but he says it in a way that's like strictly like no holds bar. It is what it is. Take it or leave it. I believe it's truth, and I think a lot of times the way he says it, people don't receive it very well. But I have to say, like, Clout says things that I agree with damn near 90-95% of the time. It's just, I think certain people aren't used to hearing it. And I guess it's because I'm a mommy's girl, but I'm also a daddy's girl. And I got 3 brothers. And like, even Marcus is one of my bros, one of my husband's good friends. Like, I'm used to hearing men's conversations and how men think and how men talk. And I think a lot of times we as women want to sugarcoat things and take things. We want things delivered a certain way, or that's not the way they are. But some things in society, guys, I think it just is what it is. Like, it just is what it is. Maybe that's the athlete in me. I'm used to hearing things without rainbows and clouds and feel good. Like, give me the vinegar. Like, I can take the spoonful of vinegar. I don't need some sugar added to it. I want to know what it is. I want to know what it is for sure. And I think a lot of times what Clout says, I know Marcus agrees with him a lot of times, and he'll just let Clout talk, and he won't dogpile and join in. But you know what I'm saying? And even Darwin, I know Darwin and Trev, I've been with y'all for going on 3 years now. I know y'all agree with a lot of things he said, but y'all don't.
I didn't agree with the last thing he said, just for the record.
Yeah.
You said you did not?
Yeah, I got
Fundamentally,
a serious question
yeah.
to present in a second too.
Did not?
to you, Darwin.
Okay.
I didn't agree with the last thing he said. Origination of a man, or not origination of a man. I'm sorry, I was reading some shit. The
What?
the theory or whatever on men not naturally being in relationships. It goes against my biblical principle.
Okay, well,
Yeah.
no. Okay, so I'm glad you said that, because I definitely understand where you're about to go with that point, right? And a man wanting his rib, and a man building and foundation and family. Darwin, I know how you think. On the flip side, Clout also has a point when it comes to men definitely being programmed within society to want and desire certain things if they're not within biblical principles, right? I feel like certain men will, when they find that certain woman, when they find her, when they find that rib, they will adjust and realign themselves to be the man that she desires based on aligning to be with that woman. But if that man doesn't necessarily meet that woman that requires that, I don't think he will adjust and realign himself to those principles if not raised within that original foundation alone, as you're speaking.
Yeah, but a man who's fundamentally strong and grounded in his principles and beliefs, he doesn't flex his the way he moves based on the woman. Like me specifically, I believe in being loyal and faithful to my woman. And if she don't,
so no, I'm saying before, Darwin, before you met her, if you didn't meet that woman that would fall in between,
no, Casey, ask me
your foundation.
Darwin, you never cheated before, ever in life?
Have I ever cheated before?
Yeah.
I don't answer questions about I plead the fifth.
Exactly.
No,
Exactly.
but for the record, on the record, no.
None of y'all married to the first pussy y'all done got. So let's keep it 1,000. Niggas don't want one coochie their whole life. That's why nobody's married to their first. Stop it. None of y'all had one partner your whole life. Y'all all have multiple partners because people are not monogamous. You can call it serial monogamy all you want. What I call it is not being monogamous. You play with one till you're done, then you get a new one. Then you play with that till you're done, then you get a new one. That's the true nature of humanity. We like to dress it up with marriage and relationship and all that. But the reality is most people will get in a relationship and then that relationship will end and then they will end up with someone else. And that will happen multiple times throughout your life until you die. The end. Let me
finish. Let me put a bow on my response for Marcus, though. So whatever I just said still stands. But believe it or not, the principles and traditions I live by, what I walk by now today was not what I walked by in the past. So that might be able to answer your question, but I can't go on a record and
no, that's fair, Darwin.
Repented from, because once I've been repented and I forgive myself for something, I usually don't attach that to me. You know, I forget it just like God forget it.
So Darwin,
I wasn't grounded in my spiritual beliefs and principles like I am or most recently.
So Darwin, the point I was making was, because how old are you right now? You 30? 38. So yeah. I clearly referenced the time and place pre-25, and that probably correlates with the time before you had the spiritual awakening, right? It may be a little more, a little less, but around that like 14 to 27-ish, it's a very hard fight biologically with yourself for this. And to give an example about, because you said we all feel the need to want to socially attach. Y'all might not understand this, but we can have sex with a random woman and desire her fully, looking at her, and after sex, it just leaves our body and we could be disgusted by her and not want to have sex right then. But if another beautiful woman comes out that's not her, that desire will come right back in the next like couple 15, 20 minutes. When we fall in love, that feeling like, man, I don't want you to touch me, that goes away at that point. Like we don't have to be in like and to have a desire for you. It literally goes away if we don't love you like that. Like
so we can love you and take your money, and then go to the next man and take his money and still love you, right? That's okay too.
You trying to? I'm not trying to tell you what's right or wrong. I'm telling you what is. This is right now.
Yeah, she's arguing morals,
and I'm not saying right or wrong.
We biologically desire y'all money, right? So
biologically, no. You biologically desire money when money is not biological. You see the flaw in that argument? Money is material. It's not biological.
No, but you're talking about the need to be financially secure. Women do have that biological need if you really want to get technical about it.
So you telling me a baby come out the womb wanting money? That's the argument you're making right now?
Resources. A woman comes out the womb.
Yeah, food and shelter. All humans want food and shelter.
Hold guys. One mic.
You guys,
one mic.
Survival and resources is not.
You figured it out. We all want food and shelter. Y'all